Okay, to continue this video, I'm going to show you how to make your character a little more animated with the arms, head, eyes, or whatever else you want to do for your walk cycle to make it a little more creative. So again, I'm going to fall back on that example. Sorry, that's me uploading that video. Um, with the arms, because you can see again, we'll focus on his left arm, how it starts back, and then in the center it's completely switched places. So that's what we're going to focus on, like how we did with the legs. So going back to After Effects, you see her arms. Now she's not quite as turned as that example, so we're just going to have her arm move up this way and this arm move back that way. So going to your, we'll start with her left arm, make sure you have it. Do the drop down again and get your puppet pen tool, which you already have, and then start adding your pens. You probably at this point only need one hinge so the arm stays hinged up there. I would do one at the elbow, at the wrist. Let's do one at the finger and the thumb for right now. Scrolling down a little bit more, you see hit you, then you'll see all the points you need to copy. So make sure you copy all the points. Command C, going to the end. Command V. So there, you have your beginning and end going to your center. So at this point, we want her arm to be kind of back behind her. So we're going to leave the point here at the hinge the same. Oops, they're all selected. So select off of it. Now select it. Start moving all these points. So with that, it's moving this point. So you kind of want to go like that. So the arm, I think, yeah, it's not behind the body. Oh, it's not behind the leg. That's good. Okay, so it's like it's coming in front of the leg because it's in front of the leg. So to fix that, you could just move the right arm below it, and then yeah, now it's behind it because that arm kind of gets lost. So now as you go, you can kind of see her arm moving. Are you kidding me? My dog just opened the door. I'm trying to keep him out so you guys don't hear him. They're worse than kids sometimes. Harry, go to bed. Alright, so we got this weird, it's hinging okay. I think it's okay. But it's still pretty stiff. So if you go back to your example, we'll see if this makes a difference. If we put a bend in the elbow, it's just kind of fun to play with. But so here we're doing the gray arm again. We're not going quite as far back, but I guess you could maybe do a bend in there. So let's see what that looks like. So like, what happens if we bend just a little bit? It's not perfect, but you get the point. Let's do the same thing. With the right arm. Now we want these arms in this arm in front of the leg. So select it, do your drop down, get your puppet pen tool, put the point here, the elbow, wrist, and finger, maybe thumb. This would be like that. See, again, here's a good example where I did not start at the very beginning. Hit U and see how it started there instead of the beginning. So all you have to do is select all that and drag it to the beginning. Command C, go to the end, Command V. There you go. Go into the center again, and we'll want this all the way up there. So deselect everything, and then just start moving points. Now, here's a good example where it'd be nice to have the hand in front of the body, but we have that backpack thing. So I don't know if it's possible. So we may not bend the arm. We may do it. So it's gonna be difficult because the hand is not in front of the body, but we'll see what it looks like. Okay. So we may need to do that in front of the body so you can see it. I don't know if I want to go that far, but so now it gives some life to the arms a little bit. So we could do a bend again, going back to our reference photo. So now we're on to the white arm. So it's back. So maybe going here to do a bit of a bend in the arm. So her arms get a little extended, but I don't know. I kind of like it. Okay. So let's stop that. Let's say this camera bounces a little bit. So we could do like a little bounce to the camera. And really that you wouldn't need to do pen tools. You could do like a transform tool. So you want to do the same thing where you would set a position point for the beginning and a position point for the end. So it's the same. And in the middle, again, we just have it like bounce a little bit. So make sure you have your pointer to move that position. So like it just kind of moves up and down as she walks because the camera wouldn't. So like bounces off her body, giving that, so that gives that some movement. Now her face is pretty calm as well. So let's go to maybe making her blink, and so you can see how that works. I made the blink to cover her eyes like that. That's why they kind of look so big. So what you could do is just shrink that blink down and then like put it in the center somewhere. So then it's like just somewhere in between she has a blink, and we're gonna have it repeat. So that might be a little too fast, so you could just make your blink a little smaller. Keep it somewhere in between. So it's a little bit better. So you could play with the blink, but it gives some like movement to her face a little bit. At the same time, you could have her eyebrows move. So to do that, like if you want to position it with where the blink is, you could, again, you want to put a transform. Let's just do a position point again. So again, you want a beginning and end position point, so that way you have where you want it to leave off. And you want to start right when she blinks to maybe, so are we on the, to maybe move the eyebrow down just a little bit. So then as she starts to blink, the eyebrow's moving. Don't love it. Maybe do it. It's too slow. Okay, so I might not do anything with eyebrows, but you see the point if you wanted to. So her head should bob just slightly. So if you go to her head, transform again, do your beginning and end points position. Now, if you want something to end differently in your repeat, you don't have to do the end points. But more than likely for a repeat, you want it to begin and end the same way so that when it repeats, it doesn't have this weird transition, I guess. So let's go to the center again. And we'll just have a position point. Well, that's what we did. Okay, so we're just going to like maybe... Let's move her head down. So it gives it like... There's a slight bob, so I just moved it slightly and that gives some movement. She's blinking, her arms are moving, the camera is moving. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what else. I mean, you could continue playing with her features, but I would like her eventually to take a picture, so I might work on that so we can add some sound, which I'll show you how to do as well. So the next video, I'll show you about how to add it and make her move across my forest.